First of all, congratulations. You just completed the 21-day financial readiness challenge, and that alone makes you ahead of where you were 21 days ago. Let's wrap it up again. I'm very proud of you. You've been intentional, reflective, proactive. You tracked your spending. You clarified your values. And now we're at the stage where we're making our money work for us. Now I know some of y'all already started investing. Kudos. Some of y'all are still on the fence and still a little bit nervous about investing. So this is probably the best, or not the best time to explain this picture that's always behind me. So of course, let me move out the way. This is a picture of the Bulls and the Bears, and they are in a brawl. And of course, this represents the bull market, which is an up stock market, or it can be the Bears, which represents a down stock market. So here they're in a brawl, and it's probably super on point that I have this picture behind me. However, they're not always brawling. So back to you and what I was saying, and this great place that we're in right now, because we're about to start investing. Investing doesn't have to be a complicated story, but it's time to move forward. Because the truth is, you waited long enough. The longer your money actually sits in the stock market, the harder it has to work later to catch up. Once upon a time, I too was not invested. I also waited, but then I stopped stalling and I started investing, and I've never looked back since. So let's cut through the noise and focus on what I describe as level 1 investing, which I put in my book, Coin Chronicles. And it is the KISS method. KISS method is keep it simple, smarty. The goal is get in, stay in, let time work. What you need is a simple plan that protects your time, your peace, and your long-term growth. The simplest, most savvy way to invest is to invest in the S&P 500 and let it sit. You can invest through an index fund. And an index fund is just a basket of your 500 most favorite and most familiar companies like Nike, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon. And historically, the S&P 500 has grown 10% on average year over year for the past 50 years. Now, this is on average. So when I talk about long-term growth, I'm talking about the mindset that you should have, especially when you first start investing or the early years. You're not investing for next week or even next year. You're investing for the future version of you, the one who wants a luxurious vacation without having to check the bank balance, a paid-off house, the option to walk away from work. This isn't about spending money now. You should have already carved out money in your current budget for fun, for joy, for fitness. So here's your starter strategy. Open up a brokerage account, use Fidelity, Schwab, or Vanguard. Buy an S&P index fund like SPY or VOO. So these track the S&P 500. Automate monthly contributions, whether that's $50, $500, $5,000, and then let it grow. Real wealth comes from discipline. I need you to tag a friend who needs this post, drop a fire emoji if you already started investing, or drop the word challenge if you need a recap of the 21-day challenge that got everyone else ready for investing. Let's learn, share, and leverage.